I mean, you get a tenant in there that doesn't want to leave for a certain amount of time and you are fucked. So I don't have that property anymore. I sold it a long time ago. So they tell her, listen, you have to do this and you have to call, you have to get this is a civil matter. So basically, look, we've seen this season 1 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We all saw that infamous scene, you stole my goddamn house, the limo, and Kim doesn't want this brought up, and Kyle doesn't want this brought up. We learned pretty much season 1 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kim was an alcoholic, although nobody was talking about it. We didn't really want to talk about it. It turns out, which I didn't know, which I just saw from this whole story resurfacing, that in 2011, which I didn't know, Bravo actually paid for Kim's rehab. And Andy Cohen has spoken out about this in the past and confirmed, that she's like a family member. And when we saw it was serious, we paid for her rehab. Now, I think that this was just so early on in Housewives that this was the first like real life issue, or one of the first real life issues. Yes, we had Russell Armstrong take his own life on Taylor. She was being domestically abused. We saw a lot of things that were real life, but this was certainly towards the beginning of that cycle, not just on Beverly Hills. At All Housewives, I just think that for Bravo, and I'm really not even trying to be funny or sarcastic or mean, but I just think that they underestimated the amount of potential alcoholics that really were living currently below their roof, or future alcoholics that would come to the Bravo network, because we haven't seen anyone else's rehab be paid for. I mean, I don't know the actual logistics, if Kim wanted to go to rehab and they said, we'll pay, or if they strongly suggested it. And I'm not even trying to be rude or mean, but just off the top of my head, I mean, we haven't done that then for Dorinda or Shannon Bedore. I'll put those two names aside. There's only one name I think top of the list out of every single person that has been on Bravo, past, current, past or current, because I can't predict the future, and not just Housewives. Yeah, Carl got help, but I mean, to me, help Sonia. Help Sonia. Sonia has no money to go pay for rehab, and she needs it more than anybody that is currently on the Bravo network or past. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. I have seen it firsthand, the nastiness of being out with Sonia Morgan at night when she turns from a normal person to just a miserable, mean drunk. We all saw Watch What Happens recently. You showed up for a job. This is a job. What an honor to be on the 15th anniversary special. I thought the behavior was disgusting. I got to agree with Jeff Lewis on this one. And I think Sonia needs help. So I don't know why we paid for Kim Richards' rehab and we haven't paid for Sonia's. That is a real serious question. In 2019, Kyle did an interview, I think it was with Jenny McCarthy, where she credits Bravo for saving Kim's life, not just in sending her to rehab, but, just saying the show actually, she sat there and watched herself. There was nowhere for her to hide. It thrust her back into the public eye since she was a child. And really, you sit back, you watch your own behavior, and it's like a wake up call of like, oh shit, I need help. So Kyle actually credits the show not in kind of exacerbating any of this, but actually in saving her life. There was nowhere to hide, and you can kind of see yourself. So this type of story really, to me, is like, oh man, you never want to see someone who especially has so many years sober kind of fall off the wagon. You don't know look, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. So my heart goes out to Kyle and Kim and Kathy, and I really just hope that this ends well for Kim, and I hope everything is okay, because none of us want to see something drastic happen, right? I mean, let's just all put all the bullshit of the job aside. Like, come on. So I really hope this works out well for Kim, and she just seems like, I mean, I don't know her. So, but she just seems like such a kind person underneath all the bullshit. Kyle alluded to this. Rinna certainly brought it up. We love our Rinna. Well, at least I do. I love Rinna. So I hope everything works out for Kim Richards. I really do. And this is a story that's developing. I mean, it's out. Sorry, Kyle. Everybody knows about it. Got to deal with it. You're in the public eye. Here we go. Before we get into Tamra and Ryan Boylan, there's now uh, things surfacing that Selling Sunset is now in the Jersey category. Same thing as Jersey. We have a bunch of people that Chrishell says she won't return to the show. If Nicole Young is back, because Nicole started this false rumor allegedly about Emma sleeping with a married man, and Emma doesn't want to work with Nicole, and Chelsea doesn't want to work with Nicole. I mean, granted, we could just fire Nicole, but rumors are now that Selling Sunset is on pause and producers don't know what to do. Seems to be the trend, a la New Jersey. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Jennifer Aiden. Jennifer Aiden is a new listener. I think she's come back to the listening fold. Hi, Lexi. Sometimes Margaret makes Lexi listen. And hi, Teresa's lawyer. Don't worry. I don't got nothing to say about Teresa today, please. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. A lot of people, though, have slipped into my DMs and think that Teresa's lawyer does listen 24/7 because we had our psychic on this past Tuesday, Psychic Robin, who, again, if you want a reading, I have received thousands of DMs. I'm like overwhelmed, but I will respond. But if you want a reading with Psychic Robin, who predicted that Louis and Teresa are going to be divorced in 2025, and that Teresa is not going anywhere on the show, all you have to do is go to Psychic Source. It's an app. You download Psychic Source. Then you have to enter code Velvet. That's the second step. Then you have to search. Then you have to pay $20. Psychic Source download, enter code Velvet, pay $20. 3 steps. Then you have to search for Psychic Robin, Robbin. Yes, on our live, on our interview, everyone who watches it on YouTube, she has blonde hair. When you type in Robbin in the search bar, which is step 4, there's only one Robin and she has brown hair. It's the same person. You then have to say reading now. You don't have to get the reading right after you pay. You can get the reading in a year. Your money is good, but you have to say reading now, and then it's just like being placed on hold by the phone company or cable. You're then in the queue. Most people have told me they're second in line or third in line. You just got to wait. If a reading is 35 minutes for $20, which it is with my code, do the math. If you're third in line, it's probably like an hour and 10 minutes, but it's like waiting on hold. You could do other things and it dings and it gives you a countdown when it's your time. If you say book an appointment, it doesn't work. You have to reading now. Booking an appointment, I think she's normally like $275 an hour. So it's a great deal. There's my little spiel. You can still DM me if that went too fast, or you could just rewind this. But I have never received, so I literally have received thousands and thousands of DMs from people that want a reading with Psychic Robin. I'm sure the company's even mad at me and they're like, I mean, there are other good psychics there. I went to Psychic Pandora. I guess everybody just wants my girl Robin. So go and do it. It's great. I mean, I would get a reading every day if it was $20, by the way. Like, I don't even care what was